Hi everyone, welcome to Mindset Live. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. I am John.
I am Renee.
Yes, and we are so excited to be here with you guys. We have a great guest tonight. Her name is Jessie Rubenstein, and she has an amazing mindset. She is in a very cool job, but she's going to come on to talk about her experience with anxiety and really in the ability to hopefully help others who are dealing with similar kind of things. Before we invite Jessie on, we just wanted to talk about some amazing events that we have coming up and we hope to see everybody at. If you check out the Mindset Instagram, you'll see this amazing video today that we put up of Marco Santini creating this art installation at the Energy Studio in Soho. And we are starting a 3-month residency at Energy.
Yes, and Adriana was there. She's watching. She did the video for us. It was great.
Yes, thank you so much for that, Adriana. It was awesome. And we're starting a 3-month residency there where there's going to be, first of all, it's a place where you can actually buy and sample mindset products in New York City. So that's super exciting. And then there's going to be special classes and special activations throughout the 3 months residency, which we're going to certainly key you guys in on. And then of course we have the very exciting event for an incredibly important cause. If you watched our last live, you know that we were talking about an experience we had at Topping Rose. And Topping Rose, we had this breast cancer event, and one of the speakers was Sarah Strimmel, and she is Damn Good Yoga, and a lot of people know her from that. And she started a new foundation called Damn Good Life, and it's about cancer survivors and charity and all these wonderful things. Anyway, she's doing an event called a Damn Good Soiree at the Rockaway Hotel on Saturday. I don't want to screw this up. Tickets are at a damngoodlife.ticketspice.com, a damngoodlife.ticketspice.com. So get tickets. Renee and I are going to be there with Mindset, supporting, and so we hope that you'll get tickets and you'll come join us.
Yeah, it's going to be a great event.
Yeah, really. We're really excited. So yes. I think we see Jessie's available. Let's bring her on in.
Okay, go live.
And this is, of course, the Lucky Charm moment.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you? Your head's a little cut off. Wait, why?
Oh, wait. Let me move it back a little bit. Okay. I think that's better, right?
So much better. Yes.
That's fantastic.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you for coming on. This is fantastic. I got to tell you, when you first reached out to us, I knew a little bit, but then when we started to talk a little bit and research your bio, I couldn't believe the similarities and synchronicities that we had. Your love of music, you're dealing with anxiety, but not getting into anxiety, and your desire to want to help people deal with it as well. And so all those things are things that we share and that we're so excited to bring you on. And that's why I think we wanted to have this on as quickly as possible. We were like, oh my God, someone has a message who wants they want to share. We want to make sure that you get that message out as well.
Yes, we love your mindset.
Thank you. And I love all of your mindsets. I use them every day. Sorry, you can keep going.
Yeah, no, for people who don't know you, I want to just introduce you to the audience. This is Jessie Rubenstein. You are a talent manager at Elite World Group in New York City, and you get to work in the fashion space with models, musicians, actors, influencers, and athletes. Sounds like a everyday occurrence at my home. Her sole passion is music, singing, and acting, and you've been involved in that most of your life. You went to Roslyn High, I think that makes you a bulldog, and you graduated from the University of Maryland, which makes you a turtle, and that was in 2018. You got a bachelor's degree. And you've been struggling with anxiety. Join the club. Join the club. It is a battle, and it is a challenge. And now that we've introduced you, tell us in your own words who you are, where you're from, and why you're here.
So let me start off with why I'm here. I have probably been taking CBD for a few years now, ever since I was introduced to it, and I've tried probably every single company out there. The reason why I turned to CBD is because of my anxiety, and I didn't want to have to turn to medication. I wanted to see if there was a more natural method to my madness. So I realized, I mean, it helped, but not really that much. And then I started taking mindset wellness, and it completely changed me because it gave me the opportunity to choose how I want to feel. And yeah, so I wanted to let you know, I wanted to thank you, and first of all, for introducing me to your product and helping me cope with my own anxiety. And honestly, some people say to me, I mean, why do you have anxiety? What are the reasons? And sometimes I can't even point it out. I mean, it's just a feeling that you cannot control. You can have everything in the world, and you still can't control it. It's physical and it can be mental. I unfortunately suffered with both physical and mental anxiety. It comes out of nowhere. I had problems sleeping. I had problem focusing. I had really bad OCD, which led to my anxiety. If something wasn't completely 100% right, it would give me anxiety. I wouldn't feel at ease if I wasn't doing something right at work, or if I had an argument with a friend. I mean, the list goes on. I was basically, with lack of a better word, a bit sensitive. And I just thought that I was sensitive. I mean, I didn't think I was having real anxiety until I was educated online and hearing other people speak out about their own experience. And I said, wow, maybe I do have anxiety and I have to figure out a way to deal with it. And so I turned to CBD, and it's really changed the way I live my life. I'm not just calmer, but I'm happier. And it's almost preventative. It doesn't just help my anxiety. If I take it, let's say in the morning, all day I'm feeling really great, or at least in the first few hours until I want to take another gummy or something. But it's very preventative of my outbreaks and my random anxiety attacks. And I really I rely on it for certain times. I don't want to say that I'm like popping CBD every
Right.
second. Like if I have trouble sleeping, or if, let's say, I want to read my book or watch television without looking at my phone every second, anxious about what's on social media and who's texting me and who's sending pictures to me. And I just want to like focus on my life and my work and read my book and do my own thing. It helps me with that. I mean, just the tiniest things in life, even being late to dinner, I get anxiety, and I'm like, it's crazy. So it's really helped me.
There is so much to unpack there. Like there's so much stuff, right?
Sorry,
Oh my
I have
God,
a
yeah.
problem where I can't stop speaking.
No,
No.
I love it. I love it. You are amazing. Like you really are amazing. So first of all, like you said you didn't even know you were having anxiety. And I think that is so much of a thing for people. Like no one talked about anxiety before, but now finally, like you said, people are sharing and are talking. And that's how bringing it to, what is it? Bringing it to the surface, to the forefront.
Yeah, introducing it to people.
I mean, listen, first and foremost, just congratulations.
Yeah.
You know, congratulations, because you need to give yourself a pat on the back. There's a lot of people suffering. Not all of them reached out to us. Not all of them decided to make a change. Not all of them decided to share their story. So it's impacted what you're doing. So give yourself a pat on the back, because through the anxiety, you found a way to use it the same way I did. I'm serious, as a springboard, you know, because again, anxiety.
Feel like yourself. Like that's how I explain it, is that it's not how it, like what it does to you. For me, it's like all of a sudden I feel like myself. Like I wake up when I'm consistently, and that's the important thing I think that people don't realize, because some people try CBD and they give it a shot and they don't feel like anything's working and they're not taking it on a consistent basis. Because, you know, for me, and I think for everybody, taking CBD on a consistent basis every day, even at the same time every day, is good. It like balances your system. And I find that I wake up without that physical, I would get like in my chest, I would get like a heart. And so I'd wake up without that, and you really feel like yourself. That's, you know, how I would explain it.
Yeah, I mean, it makes such a huge difference starting out your day feeling positive. It really makes the rest of your day that much better. Because if you open your eyes and you're immediately anxious or feeling depressed or just not happy, it affects your whole day or even your whole week, how you enter your week, and it affects your relationship with other people in your life because you're not acting like yourself, and it causes tension with others around you. So when you're finally yourself, it's a domino effect with the rest of your life, with
Yeah.
everything around you.
Absolutely. I mean, one of the things that we talk about also is, you have to tell yourself the right story, right? And so anxiety, so much of anxiety is about the stories that we tell us, right? We're narrating our stories all day long. And so those stories can be very negative stories that we tell ourselves, how we're not succeeding, how we're not doing well enough, we're not pretty enough, we're not, all those stories. And they're just
Yeah.
stories. What happens is we begin to believe the stories that we tell ourselves. And so that causes this anxiety, this frustration. And so CBD is very good at beginning to unwind those stories so that you can see things for what they are, not for what you're perceiving them to be, which is often the cause of a lot of this distress. One of the things I also wanted to mention was that we have a love of music. And, one of the things that I always found throughout my life naturally was able to reduce my anxiety was listening to specific music, certain chord
Yeah.
progressions, certain melodies, I think have an actual effect on our endocannabinoid system and on us in general. The same way that yoga or meditation or any of the, good diet can have on us. So tell me a little bit about who inspires you? What do you want to do? What do you want to sing? How do you sing?
Wow, who inspired me? That's a hard one because I've honestly been singing since I was able to speak. I mean, maybe I
Your
wasn't that
whole
great when
thing.
I was little, but it's just
Right.
something that I love to do. And yeah, so I had every chance I got in middle school and high school and even elementary school, I was involved with music. I played the violin in elementary school. I was I was in drama in high school and finally got my first lead part in Legally Blonde. And I don't know, it just really year after year my love for the arts grew. And I think that's also something that I turn to when I'm feeling anxious. I just put on music or I try and write. I love writing songs. I write more lyrics than I do the actual melody, but when I write my words down, it helps me cope with my anxiety because it's almost like a therapy. You're getting everything out. I also write down my dreams, and that helps me. Like the next morning, I just write down whatever I could remember. And looking back at it, I'm like, I wonder why I dreamt that. And then I actually relate it to my own life. I mean, it could not be real. I could just be relating it because I'm thinking about it, but that also helps me.
I love
Number
that.
one thing, though, music. And I am surrounded by so many friends that also love music, which I'm so lucky for because I get to experience it with them. And I feel like there's nothing to worry about when I'm listening to music. I look forward to New Music Friday every single week.
Oh my
It's the
God.
first thing I do every
That's my
single
thing.
morning, every
That's my
Friday
thing. I
morning.
know. That's my thing. That's how I stay plugged in and I stay relevant because it's just you've listened to the full playlist,
Yep.
everything that it is, and if at the end of that you know what's happening, you can understand the pulse of what's going on in the world. It really is amazing. Yeah,
No, it's crazy. And I when I listen to the whole playlist, it's like, wow, there's so much more music, more types of music out there now than there used to be. And I I don't know if this is really the truth, so don't take my word, but I feel like all these different types of music come from people that are dealing with their own issues inside or their own troubles or and it just comes out of them and that they're telling their story through their music. And a lot of people say, oh well, music these days is not as good as it used to be back in the day, but music is music. And if you want to express yourself that way, then go for it. And who cares what everyone thinks?
Well, of course. I mean, you have to align with what makes you happy because no one's going to be able to live your life for you except for you.
So important what you just said. Whatever it is, just go for it, and who cares what anyone thinks except yourself. And that's it.
Yeah. I mean, that was a huge step of my anxiety in the first place. I always cared about what people thought about me. I mean, I still have that issue sometimes. I still, it's human nature, and I do something and I worry, oh my God, is this person going to judge me? And then I take a step back and I say, you know what? I don't care. I don't give a crap. I'm doing it. And if they're going to judge me, then let them judge me. It's not going to affect my life. In the long run, I'm doing something that makes me happy or something in that moment that I wanted to do. And my anxiety lessens, I talk myself out of it.
Sometimes it's just about walking through the fear, like whatever the fear is. And once you like walk through it and do that thing, the anxiety kind of dissipates. That does, like, once you move through that fear, I feel like, and taking CBD actually helps, me to walk through those fears, and like helps me to feel balanced. And then I can walk through the fears, and then I'm feeling better.
Yeah, because it calms you down, and it just like when your body's calm, your mind is then calm, or vice versa.
It's true. Do you meditate?
It's funny that you say that. I just started really getting into meditation. I don't do it during the day that much. I do it before I go to sleep.
Amazing.
And it helps me so much. I mean, I fall into like a really deep sleep from it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It is amazing. So let's talk for a second about this job you have. You have an amazing job at Elite. What's that like, and how has your journey of going through what you've gone through, how does that help you relate to all the amazing people that you get to work with?
Yeah. Wait, let me make sure my boss isn't on here. No, I'm kidding. No, I mean, I'm obsessed with my job. I have to say, I'm good at what I do. I work with people that have the same passion as me, musicians, actors, and influencers, artists, people in the same space as I have been my whole life. I have to say, it's very fast paced. It's very stressful, and it is 24/7. So that is something that sometimes does lead to my anxiety. I have learned the last 3.5 years of working at my job how to cope with it while I'm at work. I used to turn to Adderall because I was nervous that I wouldn't do my job well enough without it.
Oh.
But that was enhancing my anxiety. So I completely stopped taking it. I have to say it's probably been about like 2.5 years since I've even looked at Adderall. That in its own way has changed me so much. But I don't know. I think after learning how to do the job in a better way and just having experience over the years, it's made me feel a little bit better. But there are days where I have anxiety. I mean, everyone has bad days at work. And we have certain times of the year, like Fashion Week, that's probably the most important week of our year. We have it's February and it's September. So those 2 months are really, really crazy for us. And yeah, I get really stressed out, but my boss is amazing. I'm so lucky to have him. And I'm not just saying that because I'm online. Like, he really is my best friend.
I don't care what the situation is. That was the right thing to say.
No, he really is my best friend, and has my back. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I am today at all. Like, he really, really, he says I'm his right hand. I think he's my right hand. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy at work. I have days where I break down and I'm not happy, but I feel like that is normal in humanity. I don't think anybody every single day of their life is like ecstatic and happy. I mean, that would mean you're a robot.
Yeah,
but
no. Life happens, and
yeah, of course,
situations happen and things happen, and it's all how you respond. It's learning not to react and just how you respond to it, and dealing with it like in a better way.
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
But you're lucky you have so many supportive people around you. That's amazing.
Should we quickly mention the Camp Connection?
Oh yeah, and you're a TL girl.
You are TLC.
TLC.
Yeah, TLC forever.
Yes, it's
So that's
amazing.
exciting. That's Timberlake Camp for those who are uninitiated. It is a small but very excited sorority fraternity that we are very part of.
We
Um,
actually did have a little sorority at camp as teens.
You did, right? I remember that.
We all wore black. It was
Yeah.
like no other divisions were allowed to wear black but us.
Yeah, you guys were so edgy.
They
Oh my
still
God.
do. By the way, they still do it. It's still
Yeah, they
it's still
do.
a tradition. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were there. I mean, we weren't there, but Ryan was there.
Yeah. I mean, camp in its own way teaches you so much about life. I mean, you're away from your parents and your family, and you're stuck in a bunk with kids you don't know at first, at least. And it's a foreign place, and you're just like, what the hell am I doing here? And you miss home, and you can get anxiety as an 8-year-old. I mean, it can happen to anyone. And over each summer, you learn more and more about yourself and how to cope with those anxieties and teamwork and all those things that Mindy and Jay has taught us over the years. It really built, and I have to say, I'm still best friends with my camp friends, and I go to them because they're like my family. If I'm having anxiety, honestly, the first people I want to be with are my camp friends because I feel like they're my sisters. It's true. I mean, it sounds cheesy, but it's so true. And they taught me so much about myself, and they know me better than anyone else.
Absolutely. I mean, Mindy and Jay, if you want to learn how to build community consistently year after year after year, these people have built real community. I mean, real deep roots. These people are brilliant, and they've created a beautiful place for you to experience and grow, and for our kids to experience and grow. So thank you.
I wanted to ask you a question back to your job and work and not taking the Adderall. Have you taken the Focus drops or gummies?
That's where I was gonna go into before camp was mentioned. I mix. I have them right here. I mix the happy ones with the Focus ones a lot for work.
One of my
because Focus obviously helps me focus. Happy obviously makes me happy, but the mix of the two of them makes me react to all my coworkers in a non-crazy way. Sometimes I walk into work and my coworkers are like, "You just came in hot. What the hell is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I didn't take my CBD yet." Yeah, no, it helps me so much. I take the Calm one also if I have physical anxiety at work too. Not the rest, or I'll be sleeping at my desk. But
Right, exactly, right.
People don't realize that the rest actually will put you to sleep, and sometimes they don't listen, and they'll take it. They're like, "Oh no, I can take it. I won't fall." Oh, no, you're gonna fall asleep.
No, I take it and then I read my book. I don't even make it through a chapter. I'm dead asleep. I'm like, the lights are on. I wake up the next day. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh,
no, it's great. It helps me a lot with sleeping. And I have to say another thing, as I mentioned before, I love writing my dreams down. And whenever I wake up and I can't remember my dreams, I get really upset. I'm like, oh, I wish I knew what I dreamt last night. Like, I know it was weird, but I don't know what it was. And whenever I smoke marijuana with THC, I never remembered my dreams. But when I stopped smoking THC before bed and I would just take CBD, not only did it help me sleep on its own, but I had a clear mind. And I remembered my dreams the next day, and I felt like not groggy, not like a high hangover, as they call it. I really felt like a more energetic, happier person. And it made it easier for me to go on with my day, to get to the gym in the morning, excited to go to work. It's just the little things. It really helps.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Thank you. I mean, you nailed it.
That's
exactly.
amazing.
It's supposed to do with that.
That is exactly how you should feel every day.
Yeah, I don't think I could say anything else. That's
incredible. No, that was incredible. That's amazing.
Oh, thank you. All right. Well, thank you for coming to my TED Talk, everyone.
Yeah, exactly. It was great.
No, you're such an inspiration, and I love how brave you are, and able to talk about. It's not easy for everyone to talk about their feelings or to publicly speak about things. I mean, I think your generation actually, What are you? Are you a millennial?
I'm on that weird.
What are you, darling?
Right?
Darling, what are you,
I
sweetheart?
don't know. Okay, I'm 24. I was
Like
born in
a
96.
Zumba?
I don't know.
Right? Whatever it is, I think you guys are awesome because you're so ahead of like the way where we were. You know, you're really into health and into wellness and into writing your dreams down like that. I love that you do that because it is so helpful and it does help with your everyday life, knowing what those dreams were. I think it's our subconscious coming out, or
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, why do we ignore 8 hours of our life that we're sleeping, like, right?
No, it's true. I mean, a lot of what you dream about relates to your life. And I have to give credit to my friend Elliot Osanin because he's the one who told me to write my dreams down. And after this, he's going to be like, how dare you take my idea? So I'm just saying, he's the one who gave me the idea, but it has helped me so much. And it's something that I swear by now. I even bought a dream book and it's great. Yeah.
And what about your friend with the energy reading? I like that too.
Actually, you should follow her on Instagram. She's gone through a lot, and I don't want to take the words out of her mouth, but her name is Danielle Nemetsky, and she's actually a Timberlaker as well, and from Rockland. She's one of my sister's best friends, and she has helped me through anxiety so much just by watching her lives, watching her Instagram posts, reading her captions and what she's gone through and her advice. I mean, just in general, she has changed and grown as a person in the best ways. And I advise everybody to watch her. Her name is Danielle Nemetsky.
Okay, we're gonna follow her.
I think her page is D Nemet. I have my work phone over here. I can look, but it is so worth it for all of you. She's like another sister to me as well. My sister's best friend. Yeah. D Nemet. DNEMET.
Okay.
That's amazing. Just realize that the same way you're inspired and excited to share her with us, there's people that are going to want to share your story with their friends because you had the courage to come on tonight. So, just think about that. It's very cool.
Yeah. No, I'm happy that you guys had me. Oh, hi. No, really, thank you.
You're unbelievable.
I was honestly so excited. I was a little nervous, but I was more excited to come on. And I didn't have to take a CBD gummy before. I stuck through it. I took one earlier today.
I love that. You are.
Yeah.
So do you take the CBD like?
Absolutely. Jess, we're losing you.
We're losing you. Are you there?
Yeah, we're all freezing. You're freezing.
We're freezing.
Somebody's Wi-Fi is not working. All right,
no.
Optimum's against us.
All right. Well, we wanna
definitely
can you hear me now?
Now I hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi. Okay, you were asking me, do I take the CBD?
So do you take it every day, like regularly, like morning, noon, and night? Like that's how I do it. But I just
maybe okay, let me think. The weekends I have to say I take it less.
Okay, yeah.
Because I sleep later and I'm a little less stressed because I'm not working as much. But there are like maybe Sundays with the Sunday Scaries, I take it. And no, yeah, honestly, I probably take it like 6 days a week throughout the day.
Right. That's like me too. I do 7.
Wait, listen, look who joined us, the GOAT himself.
Oh, it's Johnny.
Johnny. Look who it is.
Man, great legend. How are you, Johnny?
Hi, Johnny. I give credit to Johnny for connecting us as well. I appreciate you, Johnny. I love you.
Credit for 30 years of marriage. He's done it all.
Johnny is the connector. We love him.
He's the best.
Amazing.
Anyway, we have a code, right? Jess 10?
Jess 10. 10% off free shipping.
That's right. So we've definitely talked about CBD. So try some. Go to mindsetwellness.com. Use code Jess10, and you're going to get 10% off, free shipping, and a cute little note.
Everyone try it.
Yes, exactly. This is amazing. This is we'll definitely have you on again, and we got to talk about. We want you to come down to our energy event. I don't know if you heard, we have this great event at Energy in the City in Soho.
So we have a pop-up for the next 3 months or an activation, a residency. What do we call it now?
Oh, 100%. I would love to come. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Okay, good. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you guys. You are the best. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you for saving my life. And we'll be back, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, 100%. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. I don't think I ended it properly.